You want the moon? Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down.
Look at the stars. The great kings of the past look down on us from those stars. So whenever you feel alone, just remember that those kings will always be there to guide you.
I don't think it is very useful to speculate on what God might or might not be able to do. Rather, we should examine what he actually does with the universe we live in.
We are all explorers, driven to know what's over the horizon. The most profound discoveries are not necessarily beyond that next star. They're within us, woven into the threads that bind us.
Hello, beautiful people. I just realized the mic is a little far from me. Give me a sec here. Happy Tuesday, happy Mars Day, and happy birthday to our beautiful friend, Katie, who is celebrating her solar return today. I want to share the love with her and express so much gratitude for her Aquarius perspective she always brings to the chat. We love having her in our community, and she shares her birthday with Sharon Tate, Misha Barton, Ed Helms, Kristen Shaw. I didn't realize that was that actress's name, but I love her. She's hilarious, very Aquarius. Let's see, Justin Baldoni, a few more people whose faces I kind of recognize, but of course, no one as important to us as Katie. So celebrating you. Oh, it's Denise's birthday today too. Happy birthday to you, Denise. I love how we draw in the Aquariuses in our community here. We love your perspective. Rachel wishing you a happy birthday. Corby wishing you a happy birthday. And Denise as well. Sending you all so much love. Alex is here too. Got a lot of people here today. So the vibes are high today. We've got some good energy that we are working with. We're talking about a nice connection between the sun and Jupiter, the planet of optimism and abundance. Really, we started feeling this sextile between the two planets right around the new moon, and we'll feel its influence, this sextile's influence for the rest of the week, but tonight is the night when it's exact. So what a great transit for a birthday, right? Hey there, first time seeing us live. Welcome to the chat. All right, so let's get into the current energy. The sun is in Aquarius, the moon is in Pisces. Really feeling that floaty, whimsical energy today. Aquarius tends to be a little spacey, a little distant. That's how they bring in such different perspectives. And Pisces, of course, is the sign of fantasy and illusion and creativity. So the vibes are very, very whimsical today, it feels like. Rachel says, I think I may need an astrology intervention. I ended up getting a hold of my counselor's birth chart, started reading during our session. It was cool, though, because he was so interested. You know, there's a time and place, right? If it's helpful for you to know your counselor's, astrology makeup, then, hey, maybe it's part of the session. But also make sure you're getting your money's worth out of your session too. That's funny though. I love that. Very Pisces moon, right? That's amazing. Yeah. Let's get into this sextile between the sun and Jupiter though. I'll pull up our chart here and you can see, let's see, this is not the current moment. Give it a second to refresh. I'm going to bring it back to my time zone, even though wherever you are, the transits will be the same right now. So you can see we have the sun at 4 degrees and Jupiter at 4 degrees. And that dark blue line between the two is a 60-degree angle, is a sextile. And remember, a sextile is representative of support. So you can think of these two planets like working hand in hand. We do have to lean into the energy a little bit to fully gain its benefits, but if we're willing to just lean into optimism, open ourselves to silver linings, should be pretty easy to get there. The vibe of the sun sextile Jupiter, especially with the sun in Aquarius, Counselor is so in his birth chart, only lasted 5 minutes. Yeah, maybe a new perspective for him, very Aquarian and very on point with what we're talking about. So the sun in Aquarius, really amplifying positive energy, especially when the sun is in a connection with another planet. We can think of it as illuminating or shining light, because the sun, what does it do? It shines light, right? So opening us up to fresh perspectives, positive energy, as we've been talking about. And with the sun in the sign of Aquarius, the sign of community, it feels a little easier to connect with others as well. Jupiter brings a generous energy and energy of sharing. So with the sun in the sign of community, connecting with Jupiter, the sign or the planet of generosity, it's allowing us to contribute to community more easily. We enjoy being part of something bigger than ourselves, which I love you all being here, part of this community, very on point for today's transits. Our experience of the world around us will generally feel positive too. Remember, when we talk about Aquarius energy, it's being part of community, but also standing out from the crowd, marching to the beat of our own drum. So really this transit is asking us, what can we share with our community? What can we contribute to our community? How can we better the world around us? We're really tuned into the feeling of abundance as the sun connects with the planet of abundance and optimism and faith. So it's again helping us be generous and confident in how we show up in the world and what we have to offer. Curiosity, adventure come very naturally. Jupiter is the planet of travel and adventure, and the sun in Aquarius brings an element of freedom as well. So you might be feeling a little more spontaneous or just kind of fun today. We're eager to grow and to experience new things, to lean into those fresh perspectives of Aquarius season. And there's a lot to be learned and gained from trying things differently, doing something new, taking that leap of faith today. This transit is also shining a light on the big vision for the next chapter of our life. Coming off of the new moon in Aquarius, the Lunar New Year, people around the world still celebrating the Lunar New Year for the next 2 weeks or so. Jupiter expands everything it connects to. So we already have this zoomed out perspective, seeing things in a new light with the sun in Aquarius, and Jupiter helps us to expand on the vision of the future. Aquarius energy links us into the future, which is why this new moon is such a potent moon for setting intentions for our future. And now Jupiter linking with the sun is going to expand on those visions, allow us to, it's almost like adding fertilizer to the seeds that we planted under the new moon, adding abundance to those seeds we planted. So this is a great day for goal setting, big thinking, maybe even just brainstorming or opening ourselves up to new possibilities. Really positive energy today. And Jupiter in Aries, we haven't really talked about the fact that Jupiter is in Aries, a fire sign, helping us put action behind our optimism. So maybe it's just taking one little baby step today, or starting to get the ball rolling, starting to plan and prepare to take our next steps with the faith that the ground will be solid beneath us. All we have to do is move and lean into our passion and that dynamic energy that Aries brings. So Jupiter in Aries is like, let's go. Let's go. The sun in Aquarius is like, let's go, but also stay open to the possibilities along the way. Yeah. Took a shift, but I'm feeling it. And the shifts will still come. Remember, like I said, we're going to be feeling this sextile between the sun and Jupiter really through the rest of the week. The first quarter moon on Saturday. We'll talk about that at the end of the week. But the first quarter moon is making some really beautiful connections that will help us move forward in this grounded sense, but also there's a lot backing this first quarter moon. So if you're not quite ready to go for it just yet, that's okay. But the visioning process can be expanded on today pretty easily. Katie, we're here for you. This week has been so hard. I've been in crisis, dealing with a lot of mother wound. Today makes me feel so optimistic and lighting up who I have supportive relationships with and the optimism I can lean into. We see you as so abundant. You know, I think you're a great example, Katie, of the highest light, if you will, of Aquarius energy, of continually being willing to expand your perspective and learn new things and try new things. And today, on your birthday, full permission to lean into that Jupiter energy. I know it can be hard sometimes when we're going through difficulties. So is life, right? There's so much duality. We can be experiencing a really positive day and receiving so much love from other people, but also still feeling some more difficult emotions. So, you know, the moon is opposing your moon as well, maybe amplifying or bringing up some big feelings for you, but we are sending you so much love. And I hope that you take at least a little bit of time today to try to just be in the present moment and soak in all that love, all that good energy that everybody is sending you. Like Corby sending you an air hug. Yeah, and this is a great point too. Rachel says, I had a lot of emotions come up because of the Pisces moon, but finding it easier to come back to myself today. Definitely feeling that comfort. So again, full permission. You know, if you are feeling more sensitive emotionally, the moon is in Pisces. A great segue to talk about what's going on with the moon. It's the waxing crescent moon in Pisces. So yes, we're planning, we're preparing, we're getting ready to move forward. We're making our way towards that first quarter moon I just talked about, but also the moon in Pisces can make us really tender and kind of want to isolate. So maybe your visioning, your new perspectives come from cocooning a little bit today and really tapping into creativity and empathy and compassion, first and foremost for yourself, but also for the people around you. Being aware of not taking on other people's energy, especially important under the moon in Pisces. But if you need to cry, cry. The moon is in Pisces. If you are crying happy tears, even better. You know, like let those emotions flow. That's what the Pisces moon is here for. And the moon will move into Aries tomorrow. We'll talk all about that tomorrow. So it's really the energy of release before we can start to get the ball rolling. So yeah. If you're not quite there yet of being able to just like go for it and move forward, that's okay too. Pisces energy reminds us to slow down and have faith that everything is unfolding in divine timing. Even if we can't see all the puzzle pieces moving into place, there is a higher plan for us. And sometimes it's better to just trust, surrender, flow with the energy coming in and see what unfolds. See what unfolds. You know, all the energy today with the sun in Aquarius, the moon in Pisces, Jupiter connection. It's like reminding us, whoa, I just looked up and this beautiful bird just flew over my window. 2 birds. There we go. I digress. Just release control. Have faith that it's all working out. Release the control, and that can open you to new perspectives too. Hi, Diane. I'm so glad you were able to pop in for a bit. Katie says, noticing the illumination of receiving and giving. This Virgo opposition and birthday giving me permission to receive and noticing where I'm giving and serving that has no reciprocation or balance. Yeah. Love that. The Virgo Pisces nature is to be very focused on others, right? And serving others. And Pisces moon can make us really attuned to other people's energy and how they're feeling. And that's why it's so important to check in with yourself, have clear boundaries. And again, it's your birthday, so you don't need to do anything for anybody else today. Everybody should be treating you like a queen, Katie. I tend to do better when the moon is in Aries. It's coming, Diane. It's coming. So let's talk about what's happening with the Pisces moon. Overnight, 2 a.m., we touched on this a little bit during yesterday's episode, but the moon made a sextile to Mercury. So when the moon was at 10 degrees, it formed a supportive 60-degree angle to Mercury in Capricorn. Last night and tonight, I would say pay attention to your dreams. The moon is in Pisces, the sign of dreams, so that automatically attunes us to our subconscious more easily. But yes, pay attention to your dreams, and you might have had some clear messages come through your dreams as the moon connected with Mercury overnight. Now, this could have shown up, late last night, early this morning as well, although it was 2 a.m. Pacific time, maybe where you live, it was when you were awake. And remember, when the moon and Mercury connect, we can process our emotions, the moon, through our mental state a little more easily. So using our words can help us understand our feelings. Even, Katie being a beautiful example of this in our community, just sharing what's on her heart through her words, that might be helping you emotionally process a little bit today, Katie. So she says, going forward, allowing myself to receive will give me more room to serve for mine and the universe's highest good. Wow. Allowing myself to receive will give me more room to serve for mine and the universe's highest good. I love that as a mantra. Like, I want to write that down in my journal today. That is a beautiful reflection. And yet again, another example of why we love having you here. Yes, Katie's birthday and Denise's birthday. We have multiple birthday girls in the house today. Very, very happy to have you here and honored that you're taking some time out of your special day to hang with us. Yeah. So proud of you, Katie. We're all proud of you. Okay, 2 more connections to talk about with the moon. The moon formed a sextile to Uranus as well. This was exact at 9 a.m. Pacific time, so likely waking up under that sextile to Uranus. Might be feeling that a little bit still. You can see on our chart the moon is at 16 degrees, Uranus at 14 degrees. So definitely still within that range where we're feeling the connection between these 2 planets. The moon forming a sextile to Uranus is asking us to lean into change, open to possibilities, surrender to any disruptions. Coming back to that mantra, I believe we talked about last week or the week before, obstacles or detours in the right direction, right? So Uranus might have thrown a wrench in your plans a little bit, but the Pisces moon in this supportive connection to Uranus is like, flow with it, lean into it, trust in those detours, and be open to change. Luckily, we're kind of in a flowy state, right? As we've talked about. So just flowing with it, staying open to possibility is going to be key in navigating the energy today. But maybe you had some surprises this morning. I don't like to use the words good or bad, but they might have felt positive or negative in your life. Just taking them in stride. Uranus likes to have a little breakdown to cause a breakthrough, so leaning into the breakdown, leaning into what feels a little bit difficult or unfamiliar, pushing us outside of our comfort zone and allowing us to see higher perspectives this Aquarius season. You might have also wanted to lean into excitement, right? Corby says, I took a small step and signed up for a small business workshop today. I love that. Leaning into something excited, maybe even a little out of your comfort zone. I love that for you, Corby. Great example of the moon connecting with Uranus, trying something different. Nikki says she had very clear dreams last night. Her Neptune is in Sagittarius. She can go to the underworld. Ooh, I love that. I love that. Rachel, this morning I found myself getting stuck in my mind, ended up pulling a card to help, and it was just what I needed. All about staying loyal with love and trust. Thank you, Mercury. Yeah, leaning into those insights and, kind of going back to that connection with Mercury, our mental mind can help us process our emotions. And, for you and I, Rachel, being ruled by Mercury, sometimes it's like reading something can help us, process those emotions too, not always speaking or writing it, but using our mental mind to process can be helpful. Not until February, but I'm feeling all the feels, the start of something new. Even just leaning into like, okay, I'm gonna sign up for this thing. I'm a little excited to try something new. Very on point with that Uranus connection. Court. Yeah, that would also be Uranus. Surprise parking ticket. Not cool, universe. Yeah, still bringing the light and the love to our live stream, which we appreciate. I will share, maybe this will help so you don't feel so alone. Mercury still in its shadow period right now, coming into the end of it. But also this morning, my partner was having some major tech issues. He had a hard drive totally fail on him this morning and really caused a disruption to the entire day, trying to support him through it. But really, Uranus is like, it's out of my control. There's nothing I can do. We just got to flow with this and try to figure out if there's even a lesson here, trusting obstacles or detours in the right direction. But sometimes Uranus is just a pain in the ass, right? It's like, why? He was literally like saying the same thing. He's like, what are you trying to teach me right now? Like, this is not cool. So you're not alone. If you got burned by Uranus today, you are not alone. Luckily, the moon is pulling away from that connection, and hopefully the day goes a little smoother. Yeah, Corby too. My dog broke off his leash and ran like a mad dog, making us late. All right, Uranus, doing a lot of us dirty this morning. Whew. Yeah, you're not alone. If there's one thing this live stream shows us, it's that you're not alone. When we're feeling potent energy like that, there's usually multiple examples, like we're seeing now, of people experiencing similar annoyances or disruptions as Uranus likes to bring. Yep. Nikki, my electric kettle died. I had to order a new one. Uranus does rule technology, Uranus and Mercury. So these supportive connections to both of them, they are supportive, but also Mercury's still in its shadow period. Uranus is just a doozy in itself. So seems like we all got burned just a little bit this morning. Yeah. Yep. Corby says, air hug to Rachel. It's out of my comfort zone. It would be my second time around. I love that. A way you're leaning into the changes, right? I feel like Spirit always sends me videos or readings that help me relax. It's my go-to now. Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah, Quartz noticed tech has been more glitchy during this shadow. Makes sense with Uranus too. Yeah, today, both of the planets that rule technology connecting with the Pisces moon. Remember, Pisces energy causes confusion as well, blurs things a little bit. So it makes sense that, yeah, we're talking about mostly supportive connections, but when we look at Pisces energy coupled with the planets of communication, it's like, why? Why is this happening? Yeah. Oh, you guys are so cute. Sending support to each other. I love it. Yeah, exactly, Katie. Katie says Uranus is not subtle. Exactly. We're like, lean into change. And Uranus is like, here's the change. This is it. Yeah. Okay. We have one more connection to talk about with the moon, and that will happen at midnight Pacific time. Another reason to keep a dream journal handy, or just be mindful when you wake up in the morning. Sometimes it's helpful to just stay in the same position you were in, not get out of bed and think about your dreams, because you'll see right around midnight, the moon meets up with Neptune, a conjunction between the Pisces moon and Neptune in Pisces. This is the most vivid dream energy I think we can possibly see in an astrology chart. Neptune's at home in Pisces, the planet of dreams, at home in the sign of imagination, fantasy, dreams. The moon in Pisces, really tapping us into our subconscious, our ability to imagine. So yeah, you could have some really big, powerful dreams, vivid dreams come through tonight. Pay attention to any subconscious messages they're carrying. Or another potential of this transit is just feeling extra creative, extra emotional, maybe a little confused, but in a way of like, how can we use that blurriness, that softness to infuse into creativity or pull downloads from the ethers, from the universe? This conjunction is really about what we can see when we close our eyes. So not using our rational mind, but fully leaning into the subtleties of our senses and pulling in information and data that way. I know a lot of us have been having vivid dreams. I am notorious for not remembering mine, but tonight's a night that I'm really going to be like, okay, I have an intention to dream. I'd like to have some cool dreams, universe. That would be nice, you know. Maybe go on a little astral adventure tonight. If you're someone who can astral project or astral travel on demand, tonight's your night, my friend. I am not someone who can do that. I am very checked into my mental, rational mind. But if you have a lot of Pisces or water element in your chart, tonight's your night to go on some dream journeys. Corby says the dreams, though, lots of messages coming through. I'm excited about the insights and the creative energy. Beautiful. Katie says she saged and blessed her bed today. Feel like it needed some clearing there. That's a really great point too, especially if you're wanting to have clear messages come through in dreams, because when we dream, I believe we're in the theta state, but our brain waves operate at a different frequency than the frequency when we are in our waking state, and we're more receptive to other people's energy, to stagnant energy. So yeah, clearing your bed tonight before you fall asleep would be great. Even, you know, you can go so far down the rabbit hole with this, but the person you sleep next to, you know, if you don't sleep alone, even animals that you have in your bed, like you can take on their energy more easily when you're in that dream state. So I clear my animals, I clear my partner, not every night or anything, you know, and I actually don't normally do it before bed, but I'm glad you brought this up because I am going to do that before bed tonight. Cleansing the bed, cleansing the corners of your bedroom, going around your windows, any mirrors in your room, all portals, if you will, that can allow other energy in. So just really, you know, sleep experts say this too, like creating a really sacred, calm, grounding space for sleep can help you have better sleep. But in tonight's case, it might make you have more vivid dreams or powerful dreams as well. Corby says my dog hates it. Him and my son don't like the cleansing rituals. Everyone in my house is just used to it now, and they realize they don't have a choice, so they have to embrace it. The dogs they don't love it, but I'm like, we need to cleanse this. You know, we got to cleanse you a little bit. Yeah, cleaning as well. A great, you know, cleansing doesn't just have to be saging. It can be clearing your space, cleaning your space. I've got a big pile of laundry in my room that I'll probably do tonight to move out of the space, clear like literally the stagnant energy of all my sweat and dirt on those clothes, you know. So a beautiful ritual if you're feeling called to it tonight, to clear your space before you go to bed. Open yourself up to clearer insights that can come through as the moon comes into a conjunction with Neptune. I'm excited to talk to you all tomorrow and see if we had any powerful messages, any vivid dreams, any weird dreams. Sometimes the weird dreams are the ones that carry the most vivid messages, if you know what I mean. Yeah, always nice to have a clean house, definitely. Yes, and crystals work too if you're someone who's sensitive to smoke. Selenite is a great stone to clear, or crystal to use for clearing. You can also put like obsidian in the corners of your room to pull in negative energy. Selenite can clear any negative energy, transmute it. So thank you for that reminder. Or even tonight, if you are wanting to tune into a specific frequency and you have crystals, putting them next to your bed, you know, maybe celestite is a great crystal that comes to mind that can help us tap into other realms. Very Pisces, moon, Neptune energy. Selenite, great one for clarity coming through. I'm not a crystal expert, but those two seem like they would help tap us into celestial insights, cosmic insights, if you will, astral insights. Yeah, great idea. This is why we love Katie. She always comes through in the chat. Yeah, put my selenite bowl next to my bed. I have a salt lamp right next to my bed that I've been using for a while, and I've noticed since I've been using it, I've been having more clear dreams. I don't know if the two are correlated, but I like to have that on when I sleep, putting out negative ions, cleansing the space. So salt is great as well. Angelite. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Another great crystal, angelite. You get the idea. Okay, let's come back to our affirmation of the day. This is actually a lyric from a beautiful chorus song. I easily find and joyously create abundance. The sun is sextile Jupiter. We got to lean into abundance a little bit today, right? I know a lot of us are in different places. Maybe we experienced some annoyances this morning with that connection to Uranus, but coming back to easily finding and joyously creating abundance in our lives as the sun is illuminating the planet of abundance for us today. How can you turn pain into pleasure? How can you laugh in the face of disruptions? That is abundance in itself, if you ask me. Being able to be like, okay, all right, I see you, universe. I'm not going to let this mess up my whole day. That is abundant. If you are able to come back to yourself, come back to positive vibes, to me, like, energy is the most powerful form of abundance. Yes, money is great. Physical things are great. Love from other people is great. But if you can come back to the love for yourself and the love for the universe, even in the face of annoyances, that is abundance, my friends. I easily find and joyously create abundance, especially as so many of us are celebrating our birthdays and sharing birthday wishes with Katie and Denise. That is abundance too. You know, this community is abundant. So many different ways we can find abundance if we just open ourselves to that perspective that the Aquarius sun connecting with Jupiter creates for us today. And hopefully I'm saying your name right. Tell me if I'm not. I can astral travel without knowing. I hope I do tonight. That's super cool. Tonight's the night. Tonight's the night to do it. Rose says, Corby, my siblings weren't fans of my mom doing cleansing rituals as we were growing up. It was too smoky for my sensitive lungs and allergies, so she began using other things like singing bowls and bells. Another great tip. Bells can clear energy too. Even one of my friends who does feng shui, you can clapping your hands, clapping in the corners of the room, clearing stagnant energy with your body. Singing, you know, often when I sage, I say a mantra, but you could also sing. Your frequency, your voice can be very cleansing. So, you know, you could put on that beautiful chorus song, I easily find abundance, I think is what it's called. It's really beautiful. You could play that around your house, even, you know, put it on really low in the background as you fall asleep, clearing the energy. There are so many different ways to do it. So many different cultures have different ways of cleansing and clearing too. Pisces sun and Mercury in your 6th house. So for you, this Pisces moon probably feels really good, really natural. And if you have Mercury in Pisces, astral traveling, especially if the moon is going over your Mercury, getting insights through your dreams, definitely on point for you tonight. Yes, alternative ways that are safe and welcome them to be a part of the cleansing. Absolutely. I love the word ease in there, Katie says. Of course you do, with all your Aquarius Capricorn energy. I have a lot of heavier or working energy in my chart. Yeah, abundance can come with ease. Doesn't always have to be a pilgrimage. Exactly. It doesn't have to be a mountain every single time for you to climb with all that Capricorn energy in your chart. I easily find abundance. What's the mantra I have written on like a little altar in my kitchen? Abundance comes to me with grace and ease. Abundance flows to me with grace and ease, actually. So having ease when we talk about abundance, I think is honestly so helpful for those of us who have a lot of earth energy in our charts, who are hard workers, maybe even have a little bit of workaholic tendencies right here. I easily find abundance. I'm open to it. It comes to me easily. And that beautiful chorus song, if you listen to it a couple times, it will get stuck in your head. I promise you, it's been stuck in my head for a couple days. And anytime I think of abundance, it's like I have beautiful chorus just in my mind, like with their beautiful angelic voices, reminding me I easily find and joyously create abundance. Okay, we're going to finish up with a card pull from the Work Your Light deck by Rebecca Campbell. wonderful deck. Has a lot of positive messages in it and feels like the right energy as we're talking so much about Jupiter and new perspectives. So this deck was just calling me today. Here is your opportunity as we shuffle to add any of your own insights, perspectives, any final questions or thoughts you have before we wrap up the live stream today. Oh, Katie says she's walking by the river right now and just saw a river otter. I love that. River otters, or just otters in general, I don't know if this is the spiritual meaning of them, but I love how otters hold their babies. They seem like just such sweet mothering energy, how they're always holding their babies and cuddling them. I love that. I know that's been a big part of your mission and your journey, especially as of late. And another fun fact is walking near moving water or having moving water in your house or near your house is another great cleansing energy because moving water puts out negative ions, same as a salt lamp. And so negative ions clear the space, like literally clean the air. So you're like totally in cleansing mode today, Katie, I can tell. Even if you didn't realize you were rationally doing it. I love that. Walking near the river. What a beautiful way to spend your birthday. Literally in the bath right now. There you go. Cleansing through the bath. All these different ways cleansing has come up. I love that cleansing is coming up during a Pisces moon too, because Pisces energy is all about that cleansing energy. The last sign of the zodiac, releasing, clearing, cleansing through water is really beautiful. So when the moon moves into Aries tomorrow, we're ready for that fresh start. We are not carrying any baggage from the last moon cycle, if you will, into the first quarter moon, into the Aries moon, into this energy of moving forward and starting something. Katie says her son's totem is an otter, and she saw one really close to us when he was a baby. Oh, I love that. Otters are so cute. They're like some of the cutest animals. Nick says he's just chilling. His cat is making his leg fall asleep. Wrote down some of the cleansing ideas. Still need to get some sage. But remember, you don't have to wait to cleanse until you have sage. You know, clap, play some music. You can even just walk around your house and say, you know, I call all my energy back to me now and send anything away not for my highest good. Any darkness and density is no longer welcome in this house. This is a space for clarity and abundance. This is a great ritual, going for a walk by yourself every birthday. We're so honored to be on your birthday walk with you. I love that. Going to a yoga class tonight and a sauna, another beautiful way of cleansing. Mind of Mary Madeline says the magic of otter is in the knowing that you have to take care of yourself first in order to be of use to others. Go with the natural flow and ebbs and tides of your life. Sounds like a beautiful message for Katie. She got it from Google, so it must be true. But it really does seem on point with everything Katie has been sharing with us. Getting some self-care in while her baby sleeps, also on point with that message that came through from Otter Spirit. Love that. Okay. Let's see what final insights need to come through. If you're joining me live or if you're finding this video later, let's all take a nice deep cleansing breath together. Another way of cleansing, just a nice deep breath, the deepest breath you've taken all day. And as you exhale, sending energy into the deck of cards, asking what insights the universe has for us today. Here we go. Breathe in. And let it go. What do we need to know? Speaking of cleansing, I've never gotten this card. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. I love this card already. Let's see. Here is what it says. Unbound. It's time to release old stories that have been playing out in your life. They are coming up to be healed. There has never been a safer time to clear these patterns than right now. Take a look at patterns in your life that you are ready to release. Ancient vows and contracts that your soul made that have an expiration date. It could be a vow of silence or chastity or poverty. It is time to unwind from them. This is the life in which you free yourself from trauma of lives past. What old ways of being have an expiration date? When you name them, you claim them, and they stop holding power over you. When acknowledging these old patterns, it's also important to acknowledge how they have served you up until now. For example, a soul pattern of playing small caused by a soul fear of being seen or sharing your voice would have served you by keeping you safe in a past life. But in order to grow, you now need to soften by receiving and calling in support. It is time to unbind from the old ways of being that are no longer suitable. Hold the card on your heart and say, I release all old soul stories, vows, contracts, and patterns that are no longer aligned with who I came here to be in the present time. I carry the lessons, growth, and gifts, but I no longer choose to live the same story. May I be unbound, unbound, forever unbound. I am so grateful for this message from the universe. Seems very fitting with all the cleansing we've been talking about. Katie, I feel like this was your birthday message today. Of course, a message for all of us, but I really was feeling you, picturing you walking along that beautiful river, listening to this message. So I hope it resonates for you. I hope it gives you permission to receive, as the description talked about, and to release any stories from years past so you can begin this next cycle around the sun anew. That goes for all of us, a reminder that it doesn't have to be our birthday to release old patterns. We can begin at any given moment, any given day. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. So what can you let go of? What contracts, what cords can you cut so you can be unbound? And as the moon moves into Aries tomorrow, start something fresh, start something new with a fresh perspective, and release any stagnant energy no longer serving you. Yeah. And so it is. The message Katie needed to hear from the otter and from the card. She says, here come the tears. I have broken my contract with my mom and youngest brother. No words were spoken. There is so much waiting for me as I create space by letting go. Yes, we see it now. Beautiful. Such a beautiful reminder. And I love too, I just want to reiterate the part of this message that talked about honoring the ways that those patterns were serving you. You know, even trauma responses at some point served you, kept you safe, right? But it's safe for you to evolve. It's safe for you to let go now. Yeah. We are so proud of you. Rachel says it's a theme that's been coming up for her too. She mentioned to her counselor how I often looked up to others and put myself down. And he was like, why don't you start looking up to yourself? Sounds like that is what you are releasing under this Pisces moon. Amazing. Honor yourself. Treat yourself like an older sister you look up to. Amazing. You are all so incredible, so empowering. It is a gift to be in each of your presences, if that's a word, but to have you all here sharing your insights, sharing your experience. We're all learning from each other. And exactly, like things that you're saying in the chat are exactly what other people watching need to hear. You are worth looking up to, honoring and treating yourself as valuable. Katie, with this intention, I call in abundance and creation for myself with this message. And so it is. Really feeling the feels of the Pisces moon, feeling the positivity and optimism and opening to the insights and abundance that is waiting for us when we're willing to release. Yes, I am my own biggest fan. I am my own biggest fan, as you should be. As you should be. Thank you all for creating this space with me. This is a co-creation at its finest, all contributing our perspectives, our energy to this platform, this community that we come together in every day. Yeah. I'm the oldest, so I love viewing myself as someone I can look up to. Well, Katie, we all look up to you too, just so you know. We don't just think you're awesome. Like, I totally look up to you. I think you are an amazing example. And I'm just showering you with so much love on your birthday. We all are. Yeah, this space is so special. I love you. Oh, really feeling all the Pisces love, guys. Yeah, sending love. Stop playing small. Have a good rest of the day. Thanks for sharing. Well, that seems like a beautiful place to wrap up our time together. But even when the live stream ends, I hope you all know that I am constantly sending you love, feeling your energy, open to your insights, and we're all connected even when we're not live on YouTube here. The universe has brought us all together for a reason, to share these messages of support, encouragement, and empowerment with each other so we can go out into the world and share that light that we generate here, that we build here with everyone else. What we start here ripples out to the entire universe. Gotta go journal. Just take it day by day, Rachel. You got this. And seeing yourself as someone you look up to, probably someone who journals. Make it easy. Even just do a couple things you're grateful for. Start there and see what else unfolds. All right, everybody. Love to you all. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your Tuesday. Remember that the sun comes into a sextile with Jupiter exactly at 5:30 tonight. I don't think I mentioned that. So as the day goes on, we're going to feel more and more of the good vibes. All right, that's Pacific time. So maybe later if you're on the East Coast. We'll be feeling this tomorrow. We'll be feeling this through the rest of the week. So just know that Jupiter is here to bring us abundance, open us to these insights, and we are supported. We are supported. Have a beautiful rest of your birthday. Have a beautiful rest of your Tuesday. I will see you tomorrow, but until I see you next, stay curious. Thank you so much for joining us and aligning with the energy of the universe today. If you enjoyed this morning's episode of Transits Today, you can join our live astrology discussion every weekday morning right here wherever you're watching. And head to thespiritualjournalist.com to read your daily astrology forecast and browse the Spiritual Shop. The most fun way to help keep these forecasts free and support more content like this is to buy yourself a little something on our website. But if you're feeling extra generous, you can also buy me a coffee to fuel future live streams. Just tap the link in the description or head to buymeacoffee.com and search The Spiritual Journalist. And speaking of, you can also tune in to The Spiritual Journalist, our weekly live interview where we ask our guests questions about everything from crystals and manifestation to mental health and the environment. Those conversations stream live right here wherever you're watching now every Tuesday. I'm so grateful you found us here, and I can't wait for our next conversation.